We're here in the agriculturally rich Rogue Valley in southern Oregon, on the outskirts of the small town of Ashland, perhaps best known as the home of the Oregon Shakespeare Festival. It's winter now, and the field behind me lies barren. But in June of last year, this field was a verdant green, bursting with row upon row of sugar beets. But not just any sugar beets. These were genetically modified sugar beets, Roundup-resistant sugar beets, planted by the multinational biotech company Syngenta from genetically modified engineered seeds. This is just one of several fields in the area planted by Syngenta. And on the evening of June 8th of last year, a field not far from this one, and 2 days later another field, were targeted by an unknown band of individuals who uprooted some 6,500 of the plants. No one was caught, nor was any organization claiming credit. The FBI were called in to investigate in what they described as economic sabotage, or, depending upon the outcome of their investigation, an act of domestic terrorism. Though the intention of the act was never stated, clearly, the presence of GMO crops in this fertile agricultural valley, where organic growing is a way of life for hundreds of small family-run farms, is clearly both provocative and, according to current science, a real threat to the livelihood of these family farms. Provocative perhaps because Syngenta, a Swiss company banned from planting GMO crops in its own country, chose to plant their genetically modified seeds in this area known particularly for its organic crops. And a serious threat to local farmers because of the very real chance of GMO contamination of their crops by cross-pollination and drift originating from these very fields. Speaking 2 weeks ago in front of a local audience, Southern Oregon University microbiologist Dr. Ray Seidler, a former senior scientist at the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency and author of the EPA's biosafety plan, stated, "We know about the potential cross-contamination between crops of the beta family, sugar beets, turnips, red, gold, and Swiss chard. And we know that we cannot contain genes. That's just not how biology works." He then told the story of an incident that summed up the threat to local farmers. Some of our local farmers, he recalled, weren't aware of how close Syngenta was growing their Roundup-resistant sugar beets. They were certainly within 4 miles. Their buyer said, "I don't care if you test or not. That's too close. I'm not buying your certified organic seed." So the drama unfolds. The battle lines have been drawn, and in May of this year, the residents of Jackson County will have the opportunity, in the form of a citizens' initiative, to ban the production of all genetically modified crops in their county. Over the next several months, we'll continue to monitor and report on the progress of what will undoubtedly be a very dramatic and hotly contested campaign.